What is going on, everybody? Over here on RK Outpost Live. It's been a little over a month since we did this last, and it's nearly the end of May, so we had to get it done. We've got this stream with some of the top tier channel members and Patreon supporters and things like that. The people who, whether it's the Raging Ryan 3 level over on the YouTube channel or the Master level over on Patreon, that time of the month when you guys get to hear from them. I get to shut up. Well, I mean, at least kind of. I'm still going to talk, obviously. It is my stream. But I shut up a little bit and actually let you hear from some other people over here. So we might as well get started. I see everybody in the chat. I see Biggles, who is usually here. Biggles Metz is a mainstay on these streams. He cannot be here today. For $5, as if only I was off the train. Hi, panel. Hi, chat. Ryan, have a kick-ass stream. We will try. And before we bring people on, once again, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone. This is a time, some people have a little bit of confusion what Memorial Day actually is. I mean, it's a time when we're honoring, we're remembering the people that actually gave it all, that sacrificed their lives to protect this country. Well, you might not be from this country, but the United States of America. So as a veteran, Memorial Day means a lot to me. Everybody knows some people who, whether it was whether they lost their lives in battle, in combat, or whether it was just while they were in and something happened, people that have had accidents, whatever it may be, the people that have given all for this country. So big shout out to all the other vets out there who are in the chat, and I hope everyone's having a good weekend. With that being said, let's get it started. My man, Patty. What's up, Patty?
Oh, just the same as usual.
What does that mean? If this is people's first time seeing you, how do they know what usual is? Maybe you're usually just fucking clinically depressed.
Well, that's not outside the bounds of normal.
It's true. Fair enough.
Especially given the state of Hollywood.
Now, it is Memorial Day weekend here in the United States. I don't know. I don't know if you're from the U.S. or not. Are you?
Canada.
You're from Canada, so I didn't want to dox you. So I realized as I was doing that, I was like, well, I don't know if he makes it public he's from Canada. But do you guys have anything going on this weekend, or just a normal weekend for you guys?
Actually, last weekend was, I believe it's called Victoria Day. Some people call it the May 2-4. So basically our long weekend in May.
There you go. So this weekend is just the normal weekend.
Just a normal weekend.
All right. We've got Heath Nation who's coming in. It looks like he was on a trampoline earlier before we started the stream. What's up, Heath?
I'm still on a trampoline. It's been the first time that I've been on stream in a while. This calls for a celebratory front flip. Ready, go. Oh, God.
You're crazy, man.
I am crazy. Yeah, not as crazy as what we were doing like last week when we were having me and my buddy were having a wrestling match for our YouTube channel here.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, but I'm glad to be on the stream. It's been months since I've been on stream. I've just been really busy with my Twitch streams and just personal life. But thought I'd take a break from watching the Indy 500 to come on to the stream, of course.
Hell yeah. Well, it does go on for a while. So if you miss a couple laps in the beginning, who the fuck cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Just tune in for the last 20 laps. It'd be good. But we do also have another person here who said she was watching the Indy 500. What's up, Saratano?
Hello, everyone. Yeah, I am watching the Indy 500. It's on mute right now. Doing well, hanging in there, and I'm just happy to be back. Thank you for having me, Ryan.
Of course. Glad to have you back. And we do have, at least for a while, we've got Gabriel Knight here. What's up, Gabriel?
Not a lot. Long-time watcher and been trying to get on these things for a while, and finally had a window where I can jump on here, especially since you're talking about Indy, and I'm on a big Indy rant lately.
Oh, really? Well, that is perfect then. So it's good to have you here, Gabriel. Hey, listen, we already talked about how it sounds like Gabriel is on a submarine from like the 60s or something like that. But we are glad to have him here. I'm looking forward to your thoughts on Indy too. Of the panel, anybody big Indiana Jones fans other than Gabriel?
Casual fan, I'd say.
Yeah, I've only seen Raiders. That's been it.
Well, if you're gonna watch one, that's a good one to watch. What about you, Heath?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I just watched Raiders, and that was basically it. I wasn't like the big fan.
Yeah, see,
So-
for me, I loved all the Indiana Jones movies when I was growing up. But nothing can compete with Star Wars for me in terms of like fandom. But Indiana Jones, like I love that franchise. And I love Harrison Ford as an actor. I love the character of Indiana Jones, and I can even find things enjoyable in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. As much as I don't think it's a great connector to the original trilogy of the franchise, I could find things about it. I'm like, okay, that was cool. I enjoyed that part. What we have coming up with Dial of Destiny sounds like just about the worst thing possibly
I don't.
imagine.
It sounds so opposite of what I know about Indiana Jones. Like, when did Indiana Jones turn sci-fi? Or, like, I don't know.
Well,
What I've heard.
to be honest, a little bit in Crystal Skull, and that was one of the big criticisms was that you took a franchise. Not to say there was never any like mysticism or anything, right? You have Raiders of the Lost Ark, Ark of the Covenant, religious item. Then for Temple of Doom, you're looking at a different kind of, obviously not Christian, but a different kind of thing that's being worshipped in its own right, and these weird kind of mystical powers that you're looking at. But then, of course, for the Last Crusade, you get back to kind of this Christian relic, the Holy Grail, blah blah blah. Crystal Skull felt so weird because it was like aliens, and it was the way that ended, all that stuff, man. It was just a nightmare. And this looks like they're going once again to this kind of time travel stuff. Before we get more into it, we got our man. Now, this guy has not been here in a long ass time. He's got his whole new setup ready to go. The Red Room. We've got Tim from Open Airlock Policy. What's up, man?
Yeah, and sorry I'm late, and sorry I do have to run. We're having a Memorial Day party, but I wanted to swing by and just say a few things. Here's the deal, like 256K Ryan doesn't have to do these streams, but he keeps on doing it because that's in his character. Like 10K Ryan, I don't think I was around that early, maybe 20K were doing these streams 3 years ago. So it's awesome that you continue to do it, and it really does help out smaller channels. So thanks for doing it. And here's the thing, you've been consistent. You take the same approach to what you talk about, right? You might have gone a year without talking about Star Wars, but now you're kind of back to talking about Disney, Lucasfilm, and all that stuff. So fantastic. I'm glad you're still doing this, and I hope you're still doing it 500K, Ryan.
Dude, I appreciate it, man. It means a lot. And yeah, I want to make sure that you guys that are supporting get something out of it. And I started doing this, like you said, I started doing this a long time ago. These kind of top tier supporter streams. And I plan on doing it as long as I can. And we did hit a big milestone, 250,000 subscribers. That's no joke. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Quarter mil.
Insane.
But we're still right here. So I really appreciate the kind words, Tim. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. And, these fine people here, I hope you guys have a fantastic conversation. There's Heath Nation in the house. So, Patty, I don't know Saratano.
It's okay.
And I don't think I know Gabe either, Gabriel. But good to see you guys. Yeah, I do have to keep getting ready for this party, cutting up meat, all that type stuff. So, guys, have a fantastic Memorial Day weekend. Ryan, keep on rising.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate it, Tim.
Bye.
Have a good one, Tim.
See ya.
Go. A short but very eloquent appearance by Tim from
Very
Open Airlock Policy. Make sure you guys subscribe to Tim. I'm gonna go drop a link. I do appear on his channel every once in a while, talk about some Star Wars. So let me pull this up. And yeah, I obviously I'm about as busy as I could. I'm more busy than I've ever fucking been, to be quite honest with you. Between Geeks and Gamers Daily and some of the stuff we're trying to do here in Orlando and all that stuff. But and I know I miss a month or two, but I like doing these, like hanging out with you guys at least for a little bit. So thanks for being here.
No problem.
Of course.
Fuck that up, my bad. I'm gonna put Tim's link channel. Boom. There we go. And we just got a $5 super chat from Joe C. Pureblood for 5. To quote the actor Kevin Dillon in the movie Platoon, ain't nothing better than a piece of pussy that maybe the Indy 500. Cheers. Thank you, Joe C. Pureblood. And we do have, I was wondering if you'd be able to make it. Subhuman, what's up, man?
This is twice in a row. Two mainstreams in a row. I'm at home.
That's right. What the hell's going on? You quit your job or what?
No, I'm still working. I just got home yesterday.
For you guys that don't know, Subhuman is a truck driver, so oftentimes he's on the road. Oftentimes he's coming to us from his cab, you know, somewhere else after a long haul. So it's good to see you, man. Glad you're getting a little bit of a break.
Thought I show off what I got at some bookstores here. You'll love this one. You love this one.
Oh, look at that. Nightfall. Hell yes.
Yep. This is volume 1. And I don't have volume 2. I have to get that on Amazon, but I did get volume 3, which is nice.
Very nice.
And you might love this one too, Ryan. Long Halloween.
Oh, yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, I've read this one. This is really good. And just because I won't be able to get any of the floppies, but I did get this one right here too. This contains the first 19 issues of Spider-Man, including Amazing Fantasy 15.
That's awesome.
See, oh yeah.
That's the haul you got there. Very cool.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna pull a Gary today, what he does on the Real BBC. I'm gonna kind of arrange my comic books. So I'm about to switch from long boxes to short boxes because it's killing my back. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna be doing too.
I am a big proponent of the short boxes over the long boxes, to be honest with you, because
that's what I have right there. Yeah, this is all I'm gonna be doing right there.
Nice, man. Because to me, whenever you have to move the long boxes, it is a fucking pain.
Yeah.
Now, if it's something that you don't think you're ever gonna move and it's just for storage and you know whatever, but yeah, I like short boxes personally.
Yeah, I'll be doing this all day today. I'm gonna look at them, make sure everything's good, and I'm just gonna switch them over, and I'm gonna show them off to let everybody know what I have. Right now, I'm just doing all of my Detective Comics stuff.
Very cool. Very cool. Mexican Iron Man for 20. Listening in from Connecticut. Totally agree with Tim. Great job, Ryan, and thanks for all the amazing work you do and being absolutely honest and solid and consistent, dude. From brother Mike. Thank you, Mexican Iron Man. One of my favorite Latinos on the internet. Maybe my favorite Latino. I don't know if I'd go with, if we're counting Latinas, maybe quite not. Maybe you're not quite up there yet, but probably my favorite Latino on the internet. Mexican Iron Man. Thank you, buddy. And then Jens Jurgensen for 50 Danish krones. I think it's Krones or Krones or something like that. But anyway, what's up, Jens? Not joining today. Just came home from a 12-hour bender, and I'm a tad bit drink. I think he means drunk. Jens, good to see you, buddy. Have a good weekend. And then Pilgrim Media for 2 gave no fucks. My fucks have runneth dry. Sing. Thank you, Pilgrim Media. Let's talk about Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Gabriel, you were talking about you really wanted to put your 2 cents in on this. With what we've seen, with the reception it got at the Cannes Film Festival, which was less than stellar by the critics, which, who cares really what the critics think unless they're saying the same things the audience have been worried about. What's your take right now for what we're going to see for Indy 5?
Indiana Jones and the Last Jedi. I mean, they just Luke Skywalker. I think the rumors have been all true. I mean, everything is lining up with what we're seeing in the previews and what critics are saying. I mean, I don't know what more there is to say at this point, other than it sucks. It's gonna flop.
Yeah, I think that with the thing is, it's got a massive budget, like $300 million reported budget. According to everything we've heard, it's probably much more than that. So you're legitimately looking at a movie, $850-900 million to break even, something like that. And I just don't see how that's. I don't see how this movie does that. Maybe it does. Guardians of the Galaxy, to Guardians of the Galaxy's credit, despite having a very soft opening weekend, it has had great legs. It had incredible legs. And now is likely going to break $800 million. $800 million shouldn't be a problem for it. I do think that's breaking even for this movie, and maybe it might even do more. So of all the things that have come out, I was certainly wrong about that after the opening weekend. But I don't see how something like Indiana Jones makes that much money.
No, there's no way.
Like, who wants to? What the critics are saying, or is the exact thing the audience has been worried about. We've been worried about Phoebe Waller-Bridge overshadowing Harrison Ford's Indiana Jones.
Of course.
Fuck wants to watch? It's probably made for you, Sarah. Is this your fault? Is this your fault?
No, nothing is ever my fault.
Well, I think they're making the movie though for you, so you can see.
So I can see a strong female character.
What do you think of when you like hear that stuff and see that
fucking
that's what they're
hate
trying to do?
I hate it.
Mhm.
Oh my god, no! It's totally like I hate it. Like when they throw it in your face, like, oh, we're strong female characters, taking over a man's job. Like, no, I hate it. I hate it.
Now, I think that to me, there was a lot of people that said Indiana. I saw it in the chat just a second ago too. He was too old in Crystal Skull. He's really too old now.
Yeah.
I mean,
got a
that is
question.
kind of true.
If Kathleen
Beating a
Kennedy
dead
was-
horse.
If Kathleen Kennedy wasn't involved, and it was George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, and Harrison Ford up on stage saying, hey, we think we've got a really great way to bring an ending to this entire franchise. And we're coming out with Indiana Jones 5. Same age, whatever. Different plot, assumably. Would you
Okay.
guys give it a chance?
I'd be on board.
Yeah, because they know how to write female characters.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Patty? Would you give 80-year-old Harrison Ford, George Lucas, and Steven Spielberg a chance?
Well,
Indiana Jones 5.
Steven Spielberg, definitely I would give a chance. George Lucas, maybe. Really old Indy. This is the kind of the point in the story where, same thing with Star Wars, where he should be passing the torch to the next generation. So kind of like you had Sean Connery and Harrison Ford in The Last Crusade. Indy should be at this point taking up more of the Henry Jones role rather than the Indy role and passing off the story to the next edition of this character. Whether it's his son Mutt, whether it's his maybe a daughter, something like that. I don't know. Like, it could be a good story if written properly.
Now,
That's all
I have
want. It's
a-
just a good story.
do you guys on the panel? Do you guys care if I spoil some of the movies, the leaks that have come out?
Eh.
Oh, go right ahead.
Go
I
ahead.
already heard
I don't
that.
care.
Jeff
I don't
wrote
give
Go
a
right
that.
ahead.
shit about that.
All right, chat. I'm gonna give an Indy 5 spoiler, and it's not even a known spoiler, but it's just based off these leaks, so it might be true. You got a 5-second warning. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do it now.
They kill off his son in this movie off screen. You
Oh.
find out that he died in the Vietnam War.
That's a John Connor
Did you
moment
say
right
that
there.
on Friday Night Tights?
I did say that, yeah.
Yep.
But like now, according to the leaks, that's what they do, and it's all based on. They don't even like address it, like him dealing with the grief or the guilt or like whatever. They don't do anything like that. Instead, it's while people are looking for him, while they're on the run from the police, they see a news report that's describing Indiana Jones, and they say that he's divorced and his son died in Vietnam. Now, according to the leak, that's what it says.
I
But
believe it.
How fucked up is that, though? That Indiana Jones 4, Crystal Skull, a lot of people don't want to say it's even part of the Indiana Jones franchise, but it at least has a happy ending. You know, he's reunited with Marion. He finds out he has a family, he has a son, and he wants to be part of his life, and like all this stuff. And they get married at the end, and it's a good feeling at the end of that movie.
Mm-hmm.
They rip all that away. He's a fucking deadbeat, getting divorced. His son has died. They can't even be like he's off in Europe or whatever. He's
Someone
fucking
in the
dead.
So they made it to Jake Skywalker.
Someone in the chat
like
said
Han
it best.
Solo to
He's
me.
the ultimate cuck.
Han Solo, yeah.
Not just that, they're just recycling what they did in the Star Wars trilogy. So like they're just copying the Han story solo arc and putting on Indiana Jones. It's just you've already seen this. Why are you repeating it? It wasn't even successful the first time.
Yeah, it's like in Harrison Ford's contract when he works with Lucasfilm, they got to take his character and just utterly fucking destroy him.
Well, I mean, not just Lucasfilm. They destroyed him in Blade Runner 2049 as well.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. I don't know as many people that might be as attached to that character as to say Indiana Jones or Han Solo, certainly. But yeah, you're not wrong. The premise of it. And it's just, man, I can't. If those leaks are true, which they certainly seem to be very detailed,
I think they are at this point.
I think they are. I mean,
I believe them.
Who was it that said like that they couldn't believe the Game of Thrones season 8 leaks? I couldn't believe those either. And then I was like, "There's no way that's true." And then it ended up being true. So I totally 100% believe that these leaks are true.
It does often seem. And also, what's up to Sir Reefer? How you doing, man?
Oh, I'm doing great. I saw you started streaming and I was just about to mow the lawn and I'm like, okay, I can wait like 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
I mowed my lawn yesterday.
I mowed my lawn on Friday.
There you
It's
go.
been raining.
I got
This
some
is
that
the
comes
first
in most
clear
my
day
yard.
we've had.
I really miss the place that I had in California. I had fake grass. I had artificial grass. I had, like,
My
Yeah.
next
Yep,
door
I remember
neighbors
that.
have artificial grass. I'm kind of jealous.
it was amazing. I'm not gonna lie. It was fucking incredible. Didn't have to mow the lawn for like 4 years while I lived there. Albeit I did have
I
to
like
live in
what Biggle
California.
says.
So that was kind of a punishment.
I like what Biggle says. They don't have grass in Arizona, which is actually true in some places.
But it's too expensive to keep it alive.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to water that
true.
shit.
You know,
But yeah, like, and also the ending, what the spoilers say in the ending of Indiana Jones, that Phoebe Waller-Bridge is trying to convince him to come back because they do time travel, trying to convince him to come back to present day, and he refuses because his life is shitty and there's nothing for him there. But she's like, hey, you'll fuck up the entire timeline. You'll fuck up history if you stay here and interfere. And he says, no, there's nothing back there. He refuses. So she knocks him out, punches him, knocks him out, and drags him back to the future, saving the timeline.
mhm.
Waller-Bridge is the hero, reportedly.
Do you believe the original leak about what they were going to do as far as erasing Indy?
No, I don't.
I'm really interested in seeing how my friend is going to react to this because she is a huge indie fan, and as far as I know, has not read any of the spoilers so far. And her favorite Star Wars character is Luke Skywalker. And going by like how she felt about Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi, I'm wondering, like, I'm dreading, or actually, I'm dreading her reaction to Indy 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's Lucasfilm is willing to do anything and everything to fucking destroy every IP they own, whether it's Star Wars, whether it's Indiana Jones, or even whether it's Willow, which I don't think anyone expected Willow the Willow series to come out. I don't think anyone was expecting them to be working on a Willow series, but there it was, and it was awful, and it destroyed it.
Well, I mean, this is all just more proof that Kathleen Kennedy has an axe to grind against George and Steven, and she's doing it by destroying their legacies.
I do think she wants to be viewed in the same light as these people, right? She wants to be viewed in the same breath as these great creators and all these things. I don't think she's setting out to be like, I'm going to destroy the legacy of them. I think she thinks that
She's doing
she
a good
can
thing.
push an agenda and these things will work.
Mhm.
But it's just not.
She thinks she's the new guard, basically.
Yeah.
I could
Yeah,
believe
she's-
either one.
Yeah. I don't think she's actively trying to destroy their legacies necessarily, but I
Yeah.
think that she wants a fucking different. She wants to change it and to be more like female empowered and represented and like all this shit, and it's just being rejected. And all
But
she does is make excuses over
The
it.
thing is, like, you have to respect the source material. If you want to, like, create your own legacy, create new characters, create new content. Kind of thing.
Yeah. I think she's just trying to chase clout at the expense of the brand, chase clout for the brand at the expense of their legacies, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, maybe. The thing is, Lucasfilm could actually, make a new IP. Like,
It could.
Lucasfilm doesn't have to just do fucking Star Wars and Indiana Jones and things that they've already done. They could just, just like all these other different studios out there, branch out into something new.
Yeah.
Have they tried to do anything new in the past 11 years?
I don't think
Not
so.
that I can remember.
No.
I wouldn't
know
count the High Republic stuff, new stuff. It's
But Star Wars.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really, really weird. But
You know, if they weren't under
Yeah,
Kathleen
Mike.
Kennedy, they would have a whole library of video games under LucasArts, but I don't want to touch it with her running the studio.
that's true. And not just Star Wars games, a lot of other things. So,
Monkey Island and
what's that?
Yeah.
yeah, they have a lot of non-Star Wars games like Full Throttle, Monkey Island. I mean, that stuff could be adapted, but again, I don't want them touching it.
Yeah, probably. What about Sir Reefer? Are you an Indiana Jones fan? Do you care about this franchise?
I mean, I enjoyed the movies. I didn't like number 4. I thought it was a little corny. But that's because I'm not a huge movie buff. I only really ever went to movies when my family went to movies. And that's how it is to this day. Not my choice of entertainment. I'd rather play video games. But I will say the Lego Indiana Jones games were really fun.
There you go. Lego does a good job of doing those games and making them fun and stupid and silly for everybody.
Yeah.
Bro,
Even
remember
the Star
I
Wars
streamed
ones.
me
Lighthearted fun.
experiencing episodes 8 and 9 through Lego Star Wars because I still haven't seen the movies.
That is probably a better way to experience the sequels.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
hilarious.
It really is.
Saltine says Disney already race swapped the Death Star with Lizzo.
That's fucking. I told Ryan to highlight it. That's fucking amazing. It's so beautiful. You win the chat, Saltine. You win the chat.
but I don't think I'm gonna go down the trench on that one.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Put one right
Oh
near,
God, I just
you're
heard
looking,
that.
you're looking to put one. You're looking to put one right in your exhaust port. Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Let's see. Josue Perez for 2. Little Mermaid is getting destroyed over on Metacritic. Yeah. It's really bad on Metacritic for Little Mermaid. I put a video out about that a little bit before we started the stream here. The numbers are really bad internationally for Little Mermaid. Like horrendously
I can't
bad.
imagine why.
They tailored it for a very specific audience, and the black audience in America are the ones that are showing up for this movie right now. When you look at everything, I think it's like 35% of people that are going to this movie are black, 33% are white, 20% Latino, 9% Asian, something like that. The breakdown's right around there when it comes to like these demographic lines. But internationally, it is being completely rejected, especially over in Asia. So, not just China, but Korea too, which is a big fucking deal.
I remember Mara and Steph were breaking it down on their stream. I joined in late because I was downtown, but it made me want to get my cassette out and like go buy like an original Little Mermaid. As much as I hate Disney, it made me want to buy a VCR and just watch the original. I'm like, just kill me, please. I want to die.
There you go. Hey, Gabriel, I know you need to bounce, man. So you have anything to plug before you leave?
I just came here to hang out and rant a little bit and enjoy the streams. Keep it up, Ryan. Congrats on the success, and thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks for coming by. We'll see you next time.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, bye.
Have a good one.
There we go. That was Gabriel Knight. Shout out to him. First appearance over here. Somebody said he sounded like Darth Vader when he talked. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit.
That might be a microphone thing because it sounded like he was probably on his phone.
Yeah. When you're on the phone, it sounds like that.
I don't know, like he was talking through a revolving door.
No, it's good to have Gabriel on, though.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, Little Mermaid was a. It's going to be interesting to see. I think domestically it's going to do okay, but if it continues this pace internationally, it has no chance to make money. These Disney live action remakes make bank internationally, with Aladdin and with Lion King and stuff like that. So we'll see.
I was supposed to see it on Friday, but I canceled my tickets because I saw most of it on TikTok already.
There you go. As long if you see the fucking music, what else do you need to see?
I know,
Oh my God.
And I, of course, you know, like on TikTok, you know, the quality was really bad, but apparently the quality is bad in the movie as well. So
I love the picture that's out there of just like nobody actually watching the movie, but there's a fight that broke out in the theater that everyone's watching.
What?
That's more entertaining.
I have not seen that yet.
No, I'll probably watch the movie eventually because it's something to talk with my students about. So
I mean,
I saw
if-
the only movie I saw but I saw the original. That's the only one I need to see.
I watched the original in the last week, actually.
Yeah.
So it's good. It's a great movie.
Oh yeah, the
The
original.
fact that the fact that the audience score is higher for this movie, the verified audience, than the original Little Mermaid is a fucking despicable laughing stock. But yeah, this is here you go. Fight broke out during the Little Mermaid.
Oh, sweet.
Right when Under the Sea is playing.
You're about to go under the knee. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, you can see like these kids are just like watching the fight.
Nobody's watching the movie.
Which, to be fair, if there's a fight in your theater, you're probably stopping watching the movie too. They obviously like turn the lights on because of the fight that's going on. But like, yeah, it's pretty. I thought that was funny. No machetes yet. No machetes.
No machetes?
Or anyone dressing up as Joker. What?
Yeah, that was a Colorado one.
Yeah,
But yes, no, nothing like that happening. Hopefully, nothing like that ever happens for a Little Mermaid or anything like that. But Biggles Mets has something to say to Sarah Tano for $5. It's 100% her fault. She's a woman. Also, I missed him already. Also, the people who tried to get on the train are leaving. Yay! Here we go.
Yeah, he acts more like a woman.
Yeah, it's
more
my
like a woman than
fault.
Tana.
I'm sorry for being a woman
trying
and
to
wanting
pander
all
to
these
you.
strong female characters that I never needed while growing up.
Smooth face fuck.
Yeah,
Sailor Mercury. For
No,
$5.
not you.
You talking about Biggles?
Yeah, that bitch.
Sailor Mercury. Sailor Mercury for $5. The last original movie created by Lucasfilm was Strange Magic in 2015, an animated movie written by George Lucas. It bombed at the box office, though.
Oh, yeah, I do remember vaguely hearing about that.
I have no idea what that is.
It was like an animated thing, right?
I think
Yeah.
so.
From the mind of George Lucas. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. I do, looking at some of these screenshots, I do remember some promos for this, but I can't say I watched it, that's for sure. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like they're willing to even try to do anything like that. I feel like they should, like every other fucking movie studio or whatever, have somebody come and pitch an original idea for something instead of just relying on these IPs.
Well, I mean, they may have to once they finish destroying all their current IPs.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I don't think you got any IPs left to destroy.
Breezy, what's up, man? For $10, the only Star Wars stuff I'll buy for my PC right now is Legends, comics, Omnis, and figures. I care nothing for new canon. Hail 199 and Geeks and Gamers, especially Ryan. He's my favorite. Well, thank you, Breezy's. Yeah, I think that it's always good to go get some old school expanded universe comics and the omnibuses and things like that. Because those are tough to come by. If you buy issue by issue, holy shit, you're going to be looking for a long time. I think omnibuses are totally the way to go for a lot of that stuff.
For sure.
And figures, man, that's the one thing that I have some. I wish I had more Star Wars figures. I'm not a big fucking statue or figure collecting person. Sometimes when I see the price points on some of those like Hot Toys things, I'm like, I can't justify that. Like, I can't do it. But I don't know. What about you guys? Do you guys have any big collections? Obviously, Subhumans, fucking boarding and bagging his stuff right now. But
I'm in the Rebirth stuff right now. I don't have a whole lot of old school Detective Comics. I'm working on it.
I'm pre-Rebirth, honestly. Like Blackest Night, for example, is one of my favorite.
It's in one of those boxes over there.
Is it now?
Yeah. I'm not good. All those are long boxes, and they're too heavy for my back, and I'm not even attempt to go out there.
Sarah, you don't collect anything?
No, I don't collect anything.
Okay.
I don't collect comics. I just got a whole
even though I got
video games.
See, I've got a lot of like the Star Wars Black series, so like it's just a couple I have up here. I have a lot of those types of things.
I'm like looking around my room right now. I'm like, no.
And some of of the smaller ones, especially the ones they came out with, around the prequel era and stuff like that. But yeah, in terms of like the big fucking, I always look at Gary and Az's collection, the Hot Toy stuff or the sideshow collectibles, and I'm like, God, those are crazy, but they're expensive.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like with Jeremy's G.I. Joe collection also.
That's true. I mean, I don't know. I anytime I see those things, I usually knock them over. So I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
He's
Yeah,
got a lot
I
of
got
the small ones.
I got all my comic books here on one side, over there in the little stocking. Then I got like 1, 2 walls full of manga.
And I've got fucking stacks and stacks and stacks of comics, mostly, almost predominantly DC and Star Wars. It's pretty much all I have. I don't really have too much Marvel stuff, to be honest with you.
I pretty much go DC. I got some Marvel. I got a little bit Image and Dark Horse. I think I got some. I don't know where they are. I know I got some Archie and some Aspen MLT or Phasma and all that stuff, or Top Cut is what it used to be called. So I'm kind of all over the place.
I did get something for, you know what? I'm gonna show. I haven't showed it yet because I still need a place. I want to like figure out how to display it. I got something pretty cool from someone at the Vegas meetup. So you guys, for like 2 minutes, talk amongst yourselves.
So how's everyone's day? What's your favorite kind of cheese?
Pepper
Very
jack.
big old super chat.
I know what video you're referencing though. I saw that.
I forgot. That's the other one. I got.
Oh, it is something.
Ripperverse.
There you
I gotta go Ripperverse in this one.
My favorite type of cheese is the taco blend and mozzarella.
Quentin Hooper comparing scars. Okay.
Right.
Nice.
Oh,
That's sick.
Look at this fucking Vader helmet. Now, this thing
I don't think
is.
it's gonna fit your big ass head though, Ryan.
Oh, it does. I need to put batteries in it though.
That's cool.
But
You still got that Batfleck helmet at your house too?
I don't know, somewhere maybe.
I used to know those Twitch streams.
Let's see. Get off of here. Actually, I'm not gonna put it on.
Another caution.
Well, maybe I will. I don't know.
yeah, put it on.
Yeah, we'd all like to see that.
Look at this thing.
Put it on. Put it on. You got that from Vegas?
Yeah, somebody gave it to me in Vegas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bro,
Which
that's
is
sick.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Yeah, I still need to put batteries in it. Okay.
I was gonna say, does it have like the voice modulator too?
So I haven't put the batteries in, but I will put the batteries in at some point. We'll do a little part of a stream when I'm dressed in this. All right. At some point in time. Can you guys hear me? All right.
Yeah, we hear you.
Not too bad.
All right.
I was gonna
That's
say
pretty
you look
good.
like Dark Helmet.
It's really big. Like the helmet is massive. So I didn't
Jesus.
even worried about my big ass head, but it fits. So
That's going to get clipped and made for F&T and probably Tuesday night main event also.
there's another
That's
part.
sick,
There's
though.
another part in there that like it actually like physically straps in back there.
So that
But
it
yes.
doesn't wobble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Cool. I would say the coolest thing I've got, and it was kind of a mistake to purchase, but it's still pretty sick, is I bought the collector's edition for Black Ops 4 because I thought like the zombies were just going to continue off of the hype of Black Ops 3, and it didn't because it was terrible and they ruined multiple maps. But I got a 1/6 scale of the Black Ops 4 Zombies mystery box that's fully functional.
Damn, that's cool.
I know, it's pretty sick. I use it to store my vape shit.
Nice. We've got a super
That's what I did
chat
that 2 years ago.
from Biggles for Heath. He says, I hear Heath fell out of the top 10 of Cincinnati, top 10 prostitute. Get good, Heath.
Well, much like the bottom 10% of Arizona, Biggles is a walking period, basically. And also, did you know why he became a Mets fan, Ryan? Because he tried to be a Diamondbacks fan, but he misconstrued Diamondback with Brokeback.
Is that the story, Biggles? I didn't even know that.
That's the secret origin story he doesn't want anyone to know about.
You're going hard at Biggles considering he's not here to clap back live on stream.
Oh, he's going to clap.
That
doesn't make sense.
He'll try to go on and play MLB The Show to clap back.
Yeah.
There you go. That works. That works. He says that doesn't make any sense in the chat. It doesn't make any sense.
You don't make
to
any
him
sense.
it does. To him it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, things that have happened since we last gathered here, I guess we should talk about the collapse of the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, which is just like one of so many things for Disney. Between losing so many subscribers, between having to pull content from Disney Plus because it's quite frankly they need a break when you look at the financials on it, and they're losing money. The closing of the Galactic Star Cruiser, it's just bad thing after bad thing for them. But yeah, who would have thought that something modeled after the sequel trilogy that doesn't look like or feel like Star Wars that you have to pay thousands of dollars a night to go to would fail? Who would have thought?
I never would have guessed that would have happened. The sequel trilogy is so popular, and everyone could just dish out like $6,000.
I've seen all the Twitter likes. I believe it.
Yeah, the problem is those people that like things on Twitter might not have $6,000 or whatever to go to the Star Cruiser.
They probably don't.
That's probably the same people who pre-booked their rooms, and when the trailer finally came out, figured how much it cost. Like, nope, I ain't. Nope.
Yeah,
I remember having such a bad day that day, and then I read that it was closing, and I was just like, this just made my day. It made it so much better.
If it was a seasonal thing, like for like spring or summer, then yeah, it might work. But for being open all year round, no, that's not possible. Especially when people are, especially during winter time when nobody wants to go anywhere, or when the holidays and all that stuff. We're traveling for meet family and friends and all that stuff for Christmas and Thanksgiving. But yeah, they should just kept a seasonal thing instead of a whole year round thing.
Well, I think really the problem is twofold. Threefold. One, it's the era that they decided to put it in. Nobody likes a sequel trilogy, right? Like, not. I shouldn't say that. There are obviously fans of the sequel trilogy, but I think the majority of Star Wars fans out there that have money would have preferred a Star Wars experience that they felt more connected to. Something from the original trilogy, even something from the prequel era that at least people are familiar with.
They could play some John Williams music at least. Or maybe, had the Cantina there also, with the Cantina band.
So many missed opportunities for this thing, man.
God.
Like, they could have had, like, the Jedi Temple, Sith Temple, like...
You know what's funny?
It could have been Mos Eisley the whole entire time.
Back to should be Tatooine, Mos Eisley. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. And then you could just, let a high school band pay you to come out and play for a weekend and play Cantina music. Kind of like how Disneyland lets high school marching bands perform in their parade.
I did that. Yeah.
I think that the whole thing is a mistake. The 48-hour you're locked in here immersive experience that one, you can't do anything else when you're there. You can't take a couple hours and just wander through Hollywood studios or whatever. You're doing this. That's what you're doing, and you're locked into it. I personally think what they should have done, the more we've talked about this, the more I've heard other people talk about it, is just do one of their regular themed hotels, right? That Disney has so many of that have been so successful, and have a Star Wars themed one.
That's what I thought this was going to be originally. I thought it was just going to be a Star Wars themed hotel, and then it was like turned into like this whole immersive experience thing. And I was like, wait, wasn't that supposed to be Galaxy's Edge?
And you could even, if you wanted to, you could theme, say, different floors after different things. You could theme a floor after, Tatooine, like original trilogy, Mos Eisley Cantina, whatever. You could do one on Camino, right? Coruscant. From like Attack of the Clones. You could have one, a themed one that's Coruscant. You could have different eras. You could have different wings that are set to different. Oh, this is sequel wing. This is prequel wing. This is OT wing of the hotel. You could do all this shit. But instead they decided to go the route that they did. And it was kind of just the worst case scenario.
But that
Yeah.
requires intelligence.
which is
Which
what they
the
lack.
Imagineers do not have right now.
I think maybe more so than in intelligence, it's just like ego. To
Their ego got in
assume
the
that
way.
the thing that you made will be more loved by fans than the thing that's been there for 50 years. You know?
Yeah, the thing that's already loved by fans.
Yeah, that like banking on, hey, we're gonna do everything based off the sequels. We're gonna tell you because people are gonna be, people are gonna be learning about these stories for decades and decades to come. Assuming that what you created is going to fit as well and be remembered as well as the things that George Lucas created before you. I think that's really the biggest problem. And Force Awakens that fed into that because no matter what way you split it financially, Force Awakens was a massive fucking success. $2 billion at the box office, especially that domestic box office number was massive. So they had to sit there thinking, hey, this is going to be what people are here for, blah, blah, blah. And they bet wrong and their egos were way too big to think that they could stand up to the things that had been done in the past.
Yeah, but the thing about Force Awakens is the most offensive thing about it is that it was basically just a remake of Episode 4. It hadn't really gotten to the point where people were starting to notice, things being wrong.
To me, the most offensive part about it was it was successful. I couldn't stand that. I'm like, why the fuck are people liking this shit?
Sorry, I'll amend myself to the general audience.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, 100%. But yeah, but there's no doubt there was a lot of positivity surrounding Star Wars being back.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, any other thoughts on that? On the closing of the Galactic Star Cruiser?
I heard that. I don't remember where I heard it. I think I saw it on Reddit that it's now being booked up.
It is.
It's July, August, September is like all booked.
Now keep in mind.
So now they might like push back the date.
I don't think they'll push it back because they're closed. So here's the thing: they're closing it to get a tax credit, basically.
Okay.
And they're gonna take a big loss on it and get like a $300 or $400 million tax credit or something. But that's the story that came out recently was that they had suggested changing it. That they basically said, okay, people don't fucking like this. Let's retheme it. Let's remake it like The Mandalorian. Let's set it in the Mandalorian time frame. Let's do the hotel like that. And they basically looked at it, and Bob Iger's like, nope, we're fucking closing it. Maybe that's because season 3 of The Mandalorian was a disaster for them from a ratings perspective, from a audience perspective in terms of how they felt about it. So
I still haven't watched Mando season 3.
You shouldn't. It's terrible. It's fucking awful.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. I haven't watched like Bad Batch season 2 either, and I loved Bad Batch season 1. I'm done.
Yeah, Bad Batch. Omega is one of the most annoying characters in Star Wars history, and that's saying something. Considering we've had some fucking annoying Star Wars characters, all right. But Omega is one of the most annoying, I think.
But how can you hate her? She's the key to everything.
Yeah, that's what I don't like either. But I didn't mind Omega. But yeah, no, it was just bad. I'm done with Star Wars. And it stinks too because Ahsoka's coming out, and I love Ahsoka, but I have no interest in seeing Ahsoka.
Ready to see another thing you love die?
I won't get the chance to see it die because I'm not going to watch it.
Here's my take on Star Wars. The worst part about it is that the best Star Wars we're getting is coming from fucking EA, because I finished that game that I got for free, the new Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Not a bad game. More of the same. Some nice innovations, and I get to run around with a mullet and a Fu Manchu and a wife beater.
I think some of the gameplay was really well received for that. The storyline, I think people have like so on, but in terms of the game itself, yeah.
I have to go back through and watch the storyline because, quite honestly, the first time I play through, I'm playing to beat it and 100% it. I don't pay attention to the story. I do that on New Game Plus when I'm overpowered. I will say, Blaster Stance, fantastic addition.
Yeah, for you guys that don't know, in Jedi Survivor, Cal Kestis, you have a lot of different options for your lightsaber. You have just single lightsaber. You can have dual wield lightsabers. You can have double bladed lightsaber, and they instituted a blaster. And like one blaster, one lightsaber.
Yep, blaster in the
hand.
left hand, saber in the right hand.
Oh, so not like Ezra.
No, not like a blaster lightsaber like fucking Ezra Bridger, that cocksucker. No.
I love that lightsaber.
No.
It's so stupid. That
I thought it was awesome.
for anyone that is holding a lightsaber like that, it has to feel so stupid.
Yeah. I can't imagine. Wait, you so like you would
Ezra
have to...
Ezra Bridger's fucking staple gun stun lightsaber. I hated it.
I loved it.
I haven't seen it, but is it anything like a gun sword from Final Fantasy VIII?
Maybe.
It only lasted a season though, and then it got sliced, and then he had to make a real one.
Good. But yeah, no, the blaster stance I really didn't like in the beginning, like when I first had it, and then I unlocked the parry with skill points, and the parry's absolutely busted because you can parry damn near anything with it that isn't unblockable. And all you have to do is hit triangle right before the attack lands on you. You do damage, stun meter damage, and you stun them.
Here, let's I'm gonna show it's like a lore video or something, but it's just a short one. So you guys get an idea of what Ezra's lightsaber is.
Oh boy.
In Rebels.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so this is what it looks like, right?
Wow.
That's how you hold it. It looks like a fucking staple gun. But
It looks like the pistol from Halo almost.
Yeah.
Bridger constructed was not a customary Jedi weapon, but for him it was the ideal lightsaber. Ezra's Jedi path was far from traditional. Trained during the latter days of the Galactic Empire, his master, Kanan Jarrus, never attained the rank of
Freddie Prinze Jr., by the way.
Oh yeah.
Jedi Knight, as he was still a Padawan when he was forced into hiding after Order 66. Ezra's first lightsaber was just as unorthodox as his training. With a kyber crystal from the Jedi Temple on Lothal, he built the weapon out of spare parts donated by the Ghost crew members. The inclusion of a stun blaster in the hilt made the weapon unique. During their confrontation on Malachor 5, Darth Vader destroyed this lightsaber. Ezra then built a tradition.
The fact that I forgot about how many times they ran into Vader in this fucking series. Yeah.
He fought Vader and lived.
So Vader was about to fucking destroy him, right? And then Ahsoka comes in.
That girl.
Yeah, and then you have, and to be fair, as much as I despise the character of Ahsoka, and she should have died in Order 66, if you're gonna keep her on, if you're gonna have her live, that would have been the perfect way for her to go out. Was that confrontation in Rebels with Vader? What do you say?
I completely 100% agree. She should have died in that Rebels episode.
Yeah,
and I say that as a total Ahsoka fan. She should have died in that Rebels episode because any appearance after that it was just too much. Also, I do agree that she also should have died during Order 66 as well. But if she had to live during Order 66, which I'm glad she did, because then we got those Siege of Mandalore episodes. But yeah, she should have died in that.
Maul could have
She's
just
a clone,
killed her
just
at
like
the end.
Palpatine.
Maul could have just killed her at the end. We still could have got those episodes.
That's true. Yeah,
She's
we
a
could have
clone,
gotten,
just like
those 4 episodes, and Maul could have killed her. But Maul's a whole totally different story.
Maul and Ahsoka should have fucking killed each other. That's what should have happened at the end of that. 'Cause both of those motherfuckers shouldn't have been alive.
No, I totally agree too. Like when Maul first came back in the Clone Wars, I was like, what the fuck is he doing alive? But this is the one time where I just let it go and just, ignored it because Maul became such a good character. But again, it didn't make any sense. I will agree with that.
But yeah, the implication for those that haven't seen Rebels, the implication at the end, it is her and Vader are dueling as Kanan and Ezra escape with the holocron, and they're taking off and they're getting away, and Ahsoka's kind of sacrificing herself to stay there and keep Vader occupied.
Yeah,
and everything comes crashing down. Vader emerges from the ruins of the temple, basically, and he's killed Ahsoka. That's how it's supposed to feel. Of course, that's not the case. Ezra Bridger,
Freudian slip.
yeah, Ezra Bridger goes to the world between worlds and like sees this moment in time and steps in and saves Ahsoka from it.
I
So
hate the world between worlds. I
they introduced
hate it.
basically
Hate it.
time travel,
Hate it.
time travel, multiverse type of element into Star Wars just to keep Ahsoka alive.
I know, and
Oh, isn't
I
that
hate
fucking
it.
convenient?
Yes.
I know. And I love Dave Filoni for most of what he's done, but the world between worlds is not one of them. I was so against that from the beginning, and the fact that that's how he kept Ahsoka alive, I hate it even more.
You know
See,
what's
I'm
funny?
the opposite. I despise Dave Filoni for most of what he's done.
Me too. OG hate since 2008, baby.
I don't
Never
really
watched
not like
Clone Wars,
necessarily.
never cared.
I don't really like his comments as of late because it seems like he's drinking the Kool-Aid now. But back then when he did the Clone Wars, I love Filoni.
See, I personally like my personal opinion is that this is just who I don't think Filoni's drinking Kool-Aid. I don't think he's saying what he has to say. I think he's always been this guy. I think before he was he was a little bit restrained. He had like restraints on him, we'll put it that way, as to what they were willing to let him do or whatever. Now that he can do whatever he wants, fucking gloves are off. This is what you get. This is Dave Filoni. And I think I'm not looking forward to Ahsoka because I imagine it's going to be widely heralded and praised by everyone as Dave Filoni, George Lucas's Padawan. Look at this incredible story. That's what you're going to see from most people out there. In reality, it's going to be dog shit. That's what I think. Just like almost everything else Dave Filoni's been involved with.
Now, like I said, I'm not even watching Ahsoka. My Ahsoka is only in Clone Wars, and that's it.
I've never seen Clone Wars. I've never seen, what is it, Rebels, Legends?
Yeah.
I watched a couple episodes.
Right, I've never seen any of that shit. I watched a couple episodes of Mandalorian. I watched the EFAP coverage of Obi-Wan because I knew it was going to be a dumpster fire. And I'm just like, I don't hate Dave Filoni for anything he's done in Star Wars because I don't care. I hate him because he wears that dumb fucking hat all the time.
You don't like Cowboy Dave?
And he talks with
I
a
think
lisp.
he's an idiot.
You can't wear a cowboy hat and then talk like this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
right.
Against the rules, I
Picture of
believe.
me with Dave.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I met
Look
him
at
in New
that.
York.
Is he nice?
Nice.
Oh, he's really nice. He helped me
I
umbrella.
bet he's a nice guy, but I fucking hate the hat.
Oh, he wasn't wearing the hat for that one.
You caught him hatless.
Yeah, I caught him hatless. Actually, that was the day I met Pedro Pascal too, because he was doing King Lear on Broadway. And my brother's favorite movie at the time was Triple Frontier with Pedro. And
That's
that
a
was
great fucking movie.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
brother's
it's a good
favorite
movie.
movie in that year was Triple Frontier. And I got him Pedro's autograph on his poster for Triple Frontier. And Dave Filoni just happened to be at the show. And he held my umbrella because it was raining.
Nice.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Triple Frontier was, I think, on Netflix.
Yeah, it was on Netflix.
Yeah.
It was Ben Affleck, Oscar Isaacs, Pedro Pascal, somebody else that's good in that too. Like, it's a great cast, and I think that movie is really good. Triple Frontier cast.
Yeah, and those guys, honestly, Pedro Pascal, Oscar Isaacs, they're good actors. They just keep getting put in shit, other than Triple Frontier.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't it the shitty writers that are striking right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
That
Okay,
is
so
correct.
like, what if we just let them strike and they don't get money, and then they either go back to work and we keep getting shit and they get less pay, so they eventually just die off anyway,
Or they form their own
economically
group.
speaking, or they just don't get any money now and nobody goes to work for them because nobody thinks they'll pay, and then we just get a new birth of entertainment from nothing.
Well,
Yeah, it'll be
economically
kind of
speaking.
like, since this is the day of the Indy 500, I think I'd bring it up because Reefer, you're onto something, because you might, let's say that does happen, you might see like a split between like writers and actors who do writing, and it might be similar to the Cart USAC split, where it's just like two different sides with two different philosophies making content for Hollywood. That is a possibility.
I personally think that eventually, so what's going to happen are the writers are going to get a deal where they're getting guaranteed money, so they can continue to write shit and have no repercussions from it. Because right now their problem is that sometimes they're writing things and not like getting paid because it doesn't get picked up or nothing happens or whatever. And then even when these things are successful, they don't really see, or even when these things do get made, sometimes they don't see a ton of money because they don't fucking make any money on it. So that's like their complaints. I think it's going to get worse. I think that the writers are going to get more guarantees. And I think you're going to see a lot of people that get crammed into this, this box. Now, I do agree that you're going to see some people that just fucking bounce, like good people that don't want to be part of that, just bounce and start making more independent stuff. But I think in general, you're going to have the same problems once they come to a new agreement.
Yeah. Do you think the negotiators for the writers are that good? Like, you think they can stack up to the Hollywood ones?
I think that inevitably that eventually it's not going to matter because they're willing to hold out until like Christmas. And Hollywood, I think, is okay with having a break right now because I think they realize that they need excuses to cut some content anyway, and they can take this as an opportunity to do that. But once this thing goes into the 3 or 4 months and the actors strike along with them, because that's happening too, right? The Actors Guild is going to strike along with the writers. Once that happens, it's a different story. So now all the stuff you have in production is about to halt. Even the things you thought you could get away with because they were already written, those are going to halt. And all of this sudden, you're going to have this massive backlog of we don't have any new content for our streaming services to put out in theaters for anything. God, I think you're going to start to see the wheels crawl to a halt, and then Hollywood will bend. That's what I think.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean,
I hope we see. I just want to see 1 or 2 streaming services just go down economically.
Plus being one of them.
I don't care. Well, no, it won't. If it's just 1 or 2, it won't be Disney. Let's be fucking real.
Let me reroute that.
Disney has more power than the East India Trading Company did, and we don't even want to get into how much power they had over the globe.
Good point. Good point.
That's
but
good
to
point.
reroute that, Reefer, is it possible that 2 streaming services might go down? Absolutely. Anything can happen in Hollywood. Do I think it's going to happen?
So.
Do I think it will happen personally? Probably not.
No.
Because they're always going to have money siphoning in from somewhere else. Let me just put it at that.
And right now, what they should do is they should let the writers and the union's contracts run out and then start hiring freelancers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, no more of these fucking paid, cushy Hollywood writers. You want young, hungry writers who were willing to write good stories for not that good pay.
Oh, that would
like
be,
I said,
that would be fucking amazing. Oh, sorry.
It would.
Like the commies at Disney have to hire freelancers and participate in the free market.
Make it the Wild West again.
Yep. Socialism market.
Well, and it's all because they couldn't work with their own fucking people. It's not our fault.
That is true. Like I said, we might be seeing like a split similar to what we saw in sports, like the USAC cart split in the 70s and 80s, where you get teams that form their own company because they want to be more democratically minded, doing activities and shit. And then you're going to have another group that's more structure based. That's what I think is going to happen. And it's like that whole situation is just going to come crumbling down.
Yep.
That would be sick. But on that note, because I want to see these corporate oligopolies kind of topple economically, speaking of their own accord, because that would be cool. I got to go mow my lawn. Y'all have a good one. Follow me on Twitter if you just want to read literal shit posts, because I only ever post from the shitter.
There you go. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining.
Yep, y'all. See you later.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, when it comes to the streaming stuff, Disney's in a bad spot, obviously, on Disney Plus, having to pull all this content because it's taking so much.
Yeah, I got that one. I have it in my backpack now. I can show it off.
Oh yeah.
Continue talking, Ryan. Sorry.
Thanks. But yeah, I think that Disney will probably survive the storm. Disney Plus will, because I think they have enough. Like, they're not closing that down. They got too much riding on it. But I do think you see some of the smaller ones, like your Peacocks, your Paramount Pluses, things like that, eventually get rolled into other things in the next couple of years. That's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is pretty much all of them, even Amazon, they're all overextended. They bought too much without putting out good content in return. Now, you've got a few small hits here and there, like with the Terminal List on Amazon and stuff like that. But on Amazon, you also have Rings of Power. So
Right. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I don't have Amazon.
Graph Tanker for 5 finally took the plunge and became a member. Nice. Thank you, Graph Tanker. At this point, they will devalue Lucasfilm and sell it possibly. They would have to, they'd have to, who's going to buy it and what's the price going to be if they devalue it? That's the problem.
Well, you already know the sale point from George to Disney was $4 billion. So
Right.
obviously much less than that.
Possibly, yeah. Just depends.
Yeah, this one too,
Breezy's-
Heath. You got Under the Red Hood.
Breezy's Comics and Collectibles for $199.
Say what now?
Give me Jar Jar over Omega. Shame. Hail $199. I agree, Breezy.
You got this
What
one,
is
Heath.
that?
9-year-old.
It's Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood?
I love
Oh,
that guy.
shit. I should have gotten that one. I'm trying to look for my comics now. That's why I'm muted a bit.
What the fuck?
What just happened, Sarah?
Oh,
What
no.
happened, Sarah?
Crash?
What happened at the Indy? I just turned away for a second. Oh my god!
Wait, what?
Did someone turn? Did someone
Wait, let
turn?
me look.
I think.
Something happened to it?
All right, this is not very entertaining.
I'm
Let me look on Twitter and see if I can find it. Indy.
Oh yeah, car flipped.
Oh,
Crap.
Bubba Wallace.
He's okay. What? Okay.
Bubba
I just see a
Wallace.
car mangled upside down.
I was thinking Bubba Wallace.
No,
Yeah, right
Bubba's
now
not-
people are saying
Bubba's not
massive
driving the Indy.
crash. People are saying massive crash, but we'll see when some video comes up and I'll
Yeah,
play it.
I'm sorry.
Felix Rosenquist. That's who wrecked, I think.
There
That's
you
a
go.
good,
He's
it's a
okay.
good video for Sports Wars.
Yeah, I agree. Buford T. Justice for $50.
50.
50 from Buford. My man. I'm not changing my letter, Ryan. Clone Wars is pure soy. Well, I'm halfway on board with you on this super chat. Clone Wars is pure soy. I agree. Maybe Buford, maybe one day you'll change your letter to the real, maybe you'll change your avatar to the real Buford T. Justice. That'd be crazy. But no, thank you, Buford, for $50. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see here. All right. Now, and we are probably going to wrap it up in a little bit here, guys. We're going a little bit over an hour. I do want to see the crash that these guys are talking about. So as soon as it pops up on
Yeah,
Twitter,
that's why I have my camera facing the TV. I don't know if you'll get a copyright for that,
Oh, wait,
though.
they're playing the replay right now.
and I don't. Oh, there we go. Is there a replay?
Well, they're replaying it on NBC right now. I think. Yeah.
I'm going to show it on my... I hope Ryan doesn't get copyrighted, which he most likely won't.
You should be fine for that. He'll be fine.
I mean, you're
No,
not
what
sharing
was
the
that?
screen, really.
Huh.
That's all right.
Okay.
I'm
I don't know.
sure it'll
It's fine.
come out on social media. We'll get a better view in a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
But
There
I
it
did
is.
want to give you guys.
Oh, there it is.
Go.
Right-hand side of the screen is Rosenquist. New gun goes around him.
They're just about to show it a bit.
Oh no,
There he
they
is.
just showed him flipping.
Hmm.
That's not Kanan. Okay, Kanan's 66.
You're a little
All
bit
right.
behind
All right.
me, but okay.
All right, I'm done with this. So I'm done with this shit. With the Indy 500 stuff, because
I
it's
watched
obviously
Indy
tough.
500.
It's obviously tough with stuff going on. But I do want to give an opportunity to all the people here to share what they're doing and plug their channels. Subhuman, what do you got going on, man? You gonna make any content while you're at home?
Hopefully. Right now, tomorrow I'm going fishing, and I'll be back on the road Thursday, probably Friday. So, sometime this week I probably will. I don't know when, but I will.
All right, so check out Subhuman84 over on YouTube. Sarah, do you have anything to plug? I know you're back on Twitter.
Yes, I'm back on Twitter, Sarah_Tano. That's really all I really have to plug is my Twitter account. I'm posting more often on there. Eventually, one of these days, I'll start a YouTube channel. Even though I already have a YouTube channel, it's just 15 years old, full of fan videos. But before I sign off, I just want to say, Brian, like a month ago, you did that Harry Potter stream with Gary and Blabs and I think Quarter Black.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say I loved it. I was only there for a half hour because my life has been like hockey for the past month and a half. But I just loved hearing you guys talking about Harry Potter.
Thank you. Yeah, I had a really good time on that stream and people liked it too. We were talking positively about something.
Yeah, no, and it's great because, you know, Harry Potter was like one of my first major fandoms. I mean, apart from Star Wars, but it was one of like my first like online fandoms as well, where I met a lot of online friends. And I've read like all 7 books like 7 times, like yearly. So I know that series like front and back, you know. So I was really excited to tune into that. But yeah, when it comes to the Harry Potter series, I'm excited for it. It doesn't need to be made, but I'm interested in, you know, how it's going to turn out.
It's like, yeah, this could be really shitty. But there's a chance that it's like, hey, you know what? This could be really good.
It might be good, yeah.
You're telling me there's a chance.
So thank you for that stream. I know it's a month late, but I just wanted to say that to you in person.
I want to do it again. I want to do it with those guys again for sure.
Yeah.
We'll do something. Heath Nation, where can people find you, man?
Besides outside.
Yep, I just went outside. Beautiful transition. What is going on, everybody? This is Heath Nation 2465. You can find me on YouTube and Twitch. I'm gonna make it short and sweet. Right now, we're in the same trampoline that me and my buddy Andy Jones concluded our epic backyard wrestling rivalry, which you can check out on my YouTube. I just uploaded a video today. Let me just say, prepare for something interesting on my Twitch. With that being said, it's been a great stream, guys. I'm going to go watch the Indy 500. Front flip! Oh, God!
Oh, that one went a little...
I dropped my phone, son of a bitch.
That one got a little chaotic there.
Hopefully Coke later today, but I doubt it.
I didn't die. I promise.
Thank you, Heath Nation. I just dropped his channel link in there. Go check it out. Patty, I know you don't got anything to plug, but thanks for coming, man.
Thanks for having us all on.
Absolutely. And yes, again, I'll say just like I said in the beginning, happy Memorial Day weekend to everyone out there. Hope everybody has some good beer that's not Bud Light. I hope everybody goes, grabs a burger, hot dog, barbecue, whatever the fuck you want to do. And of course, take a little bit of time to remember those who gave all to protect this great country. But other than that, thank you so much to all my guests. We'll be back here next week at some point with the top tier patrons and top tier channel members. I appreciate the hell out of you guys. And we will talk to you later. I will be going live a little over 2 hours from now for my channel.
See you then.
I'll see everybody in the chat.
Or
I'll see you over.
then.
Everybody here. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Later.
Later.